I miss it. They said that they it's first come first serve based on wait, where is this parking lot at? It's first come first serve based on like who RSVPs, but they let more than enough people RSVP so it can be full every time. But he was like, you should get there an hour before. So let me walk across to this park so I ain't got the music going on because it's just so nice out here. So I'ma just be live at 7 o'clock anyway because it's my anniversary. It's my 1 year. Go. That's my jam right there. Gwen, ooh, let me add you real fast. Hold on. Oh, shucks, I should have said I was going to go live with a person. Dang. YouTube. Okay, while y'all listening at me, YouTube, you need to, I want to sit down, but I want to sit down and wait for the music, and I need to sit in the light. Okay, so Gwen, I went live earlier because I was going to this screening from being on the SAG nomination committee. But y'all, when I got there, they was like, they sold out, they full. And that was okay, you know, because the thing is too is the reason why I was accepting the one on Tuesday is because normally I'd be working, but since I left that job, I can just do all the ones on Wednesday and the other days. And like, I am just so happy to be so free. This is what, yes, I am going live twice, okay? I went live at 5. Now I'm going live at 7, okay? This is what I needed to say about the job because I was talking about the job earlier. LC Broadhead, hey. You know, I had left my full-time job of keeping the faith to go get a part-time job. Yes. Prince Kumar, I love you back. The thing about keeping the faith is a full-time job, honey. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you the duties you got to do on faith all day. You got to sweep that doubt out your head, okay? And you got to mop away those enemy suggestions. Then you got to dust off those insults that somebody might have said. And then you got to brush your own negativity off your shoulder. Honey, faith is a full-time job. You constantly got to clean house. Do you hear me? You constantly got a clean house. And that is, you know, I was happy to have a part-time job. Thank you so much, Elsie. I love you. I was happy to have a part-time job because I didn't have to focus on my faith all day. But let me tell you something about this part-time job was dog walking. And let me just tell you, dog walking, honey, it is it is a white-collar job. When you think about working at a doggy daycare and people paying $900 a month to drop their dog off, okay? That's very white collar. But when you think about cleaning up pee and poo all day long, oh, that's when that job, honey, I don't even know if the collar is blue, okay? That job is purple. That's a black collar job. In fact, I don't even know if that job got a collar. That job got on a white beater, okay? That job just came home. Because my homegirl was making a very good point because she has a spa. Shout out to Tell It with Sal Lattell. She has a spa. And she was saying when she used to get headaches when she was younger, she would do aromatherapy. And so, Kay, I am so glad that I did not make this screening just so you could join me on my live and I could be here, honey, because I got to tell y'all in person that I was going to not go live at 7 so I could do this like because I'm on the SAG nomination committee, so that, like, all these movies, you can watch these movies and vote for who win the awards. And I want to step it up. I want to go in new doors. Like, like this is an easier way for me to just get to know other people. Now, of course, the Lord brings me other people too. Thank you so much, Kay. But I want to position myself to be in new doors. So anyway, so I wasn't gonna do that, but child, I was doing that. But the only ones I was available for was on Tuesdays, because I was at that job until I quit that job, because I was forgetting about my full-time job of keeping the faith. So anyway, so my homegirl was telling me about this. She used to do aromatherapy, okay? Aromatherapy is good sense of, you smell all these good things, and it relieves stress, and it relieves headaches, and it relieves body aches. Well, can you imagine smelling pee and poo all day long, okay? That is the exact opposite of aromatherapy. That is hell, okay? That's giving you headaches and giving you stress, giving you depression, because all day long, like it. And that's the thing is, let me tell y'all something. My house is immaculate, okay? Yes, Kay. How you doing? Good. My house is immaculate. I don't let a dog look like they gotta go to the bathroom. They go to the bathroom. Like that's why that's why you walk in my house. People walk in my house and they be like, "Wow, you got dogs over here? This smells so good." Because I just let you go outside whenever you need to go outside. I don't want to keep cleaning up pee and poo. So that's why, I felt like the prodigal daughter working at this job when I kept having, because the thing about it too is the people want you to just stay in the room and clean up the pee and poo. Now they have made an outside for the dogs to go outside. Look at this outside right here. They got like an area like this, but it's all like turf, the Afro turf. So the dogs can go outside. They want you to go outside every 4 hours, okay? They go outside 10, 2, and 6. So of course the dogs is pooing at 11:30, 2:15, and 5:45, okay? Right in time for you to, and then they talk to you about it. There is enough time. You take poop bag, and that's why we have poop bag, and you just clean poop. No, you can't wear no mask. See, because the thing about it too is, Kay, you know this from being a Black American. Baby, I can't keep sharecropping. Black Americans can't keep doing this right here. We got post-traumatic stress syndrome from this action right here. Keep picking up stuff. No. My ancestors did enough of that. We can't keep sharecropping poo. Then they don't want you on your laptop. So they want you just all day just staring at the dogs like this. Just looking at the dog in the eye. Just letting slob just drop, like just waiting for the dog to just pee and poo and just drop some pee and poo on the ground so you could just sharecrop it up. I was like, oh no. I felt like the prodigal daughter. Like, I picked up poo for the last time, and I thought about it, and I was like, wherefore art thou, my kindred brethren? Is my father's servants are eating better than... in the Bible, how the prodigal son looked up, it was like, I shall return to my father's house and tell him I squandered the money and that I repent of my sins, because even the servants at my father's house are eating better than me. That's how I felt in there. I was like, oh, no. Oh, no. My faith had me. Let me tell you something about my faith. My faith has me driving the car I want, has the bills getting paid, even though they might be paid, might be running at $11.59. They still getting paid. Every year, my faith has paid every bill off. This is without a job, okay? Every year, my faith has paid every bill off, okay? Brought in some kind of money. Every year, I have been able to travel. When I needed to go home and take care of my grandma, my faith took me right on home. Guess what my faith did? My dog got lost, and after 4 years, my faith brought the dog back. Do you know what kind of faith, what kind of strength that is? For for your faith to bring a dog that's been missing for 4 years back? Yeah. I'm back. You said, put your cotton bag down and get up out of here. So, girl, but let me tell you what I did, though. Okay, let me tell you what I did. When they no, so we had a conversation about me having the laptop inside the pen. Now, to me, like when the owner walked past and saw me with the laptop, he saw all the dogs around me. My back was not turned. Like, I literally was taking a class on the laptop, because what is the difference between me being on the laptop and being on the phone? But that's what, like, jobs, that's why you cannot have jobs. It's like, when you are a fruitful butterfly like me and you go by faith, it'd be hard for you to have a job, because jobs cannot stand people with joy. You know what I'm saying? They love to steal joy. That's all they do all day long. They look at you. So anyway, so he was like, well, so the manager, the first night, he ain't say nothing, but he walked by and saw me with his own eye. The next night, okay, the next day I walk in. So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna keep taking my class, because I'm building an app. So, and I kept running into issues with the app. So I'm like, great, while I'm in here watching these dogs, I'll just look at the app, okay, and see what I'm doing wrong, okay? There's no difference between me being on my laptop to being on a phone. So the manager the next day, now of course the white manager, she says, Dale, can you put your laptop away and look at that on your break, and tend to these little dogs? Okay, now mind you, the dogs is barking because people keep entering the room. Because this is what I'm talking about. Like, that's why let me tell y'all something. Because me and Gwen, we had this conversation. Gwen was saying, I can't go to these people's job and be telling them what to do. And Gwen, you are exactly right. It's because what they tell you to do is going to make sense. They are going to be going by logical rules. I cannot be at a job where all y'all stupid except for me. Look what they doing, okay? Now the dogs is going off because it's dinner time. Instead of the girl taking all the dogs out and just putting them all in the crate, that's what they do. They feed the dogs in the crate. Instead of the girl doing that, she coming in one by one with a bowl full of food in front of 30 dogs, and keep coming to get one dog at a time with the food smelling, all that. Ma'am, that's why they barking up a storm. Okay, so now, because I'm black, I could take some noise, okay? The way I get dogs to calm down is, you do this. You have to be calm, and then the dogs calm down. And keep in mind, I am a dog owner. This company is owned by people that don't own dogs. So that's the number one problem right there, is you can't even read when a dog need to go to the bathroom, okay? A dog sniffing around. You got it outside, but yet you want me to clean up pee because you refuse to recognize the symbol of a dog need to go to the bathroom. So anyway, but to get dogs to calm down, you just go, and you might have to do it a couple of times, but you be calm and the dog will be calm, okay? The whole thing, now I'm in the room with the littles. The whole, all four of the people who ever on staff, when the dogs is yelling, they run in the room, quiet. Girl, it's the reason why I cannot live around a lot of white people. Like, I need to have my neighborhoods mixed, because white people, y'all like it just too quiet for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are dogs. Quiet. Not understanding, ma'am, don't enter the room with a lot of food and keep coming get one dog at a time. Take all 10 dogs that's eating out of here, okay? And then, you know what I'm saying? Bring the food over there, and these dogs will calm down. Then they feed the dogs, right? The dog will stay in the crate and not eat nothing, because y'all did not let the dogs use the bathroom before y'all fed the dogs. What dog is going to eat on top of their bladder being full? Let me tell y'all something. I am a black mama, okay? Let me tell you something about black mama. We take care of churn, okay? That's what we call it in New Orleans. We take care of people churn, okay? And dogs is churn. I know the fact that you got to use the bathroom before you eat, and that you need to relax, and that 30 minutes after you use you eat, you need to go back outside and use the bathroom. Like, I specialize in mind peace. So anyway, back to the laptop. The girl tells me put the laptop away, so of course I'm pissed off. Okay. Yes, K, I needed to go live. Okay, I needed to miss this thing so I go live. I'm pissed off because I am not about to sit here joyless. Now, keep in mind, I am a good employee. Like, let me tell you something. I'm coming in on days that I'm not scheduled to work. I know your arm is hurt. I'm pulling extra days. I'm pulling, I'm even working a split shift. They say they need somebody in the morning and they need somebody in the evening. So I come at 10:30 to 12:30. Then I come back from 4:30 to 8:30. And I'm talking about on time. I'm running the place. I'm deep cleaning everything because, I am the cleaning lady's granddaughter. So every time I clean your place, I am making sure that your place is prepared for inspection because I do not want I don't want inspection people to pop up and your place is smelling like pee. But that's probably exactly why it was smelling like pee when I first went back to work for them, because y'all don't care about it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all house is junky. Okay. So anyway, so of course I'm pissed off. And then he's like, Dell, I can see you're upset. We'll handle it. We'll handle it. So at the end of the night, come to find out, you told the manager to tell me that because you're like, okay, anything she tells you to do is coming from me. So I was like, what is the difference between me being on my laptop, like listening to music, taking a class, whatever I'm doing? Oh, because I want the safety of the dogs. The safety of the dogs. But the safety of the dog. Now, all day long, you got the dogs in a crate for 5 hours at a time. Like, when I come in, immediately I'll be like, how long this dog been in the crate? Let's get him outside. Let's get his legs stretched out. They will keep a dog in a crate for 5 hours talking about you worry about the safety of the dog. No, you're not. No, you just need to make sure you do something to steal my joy. Girl, I am so glad I'm out of there. But anyway, so now, but the girls who not on the laptop and who on the phone, every night when we come in, the place smell like pee. So, and this is what I'm telling him. I'm like, Ben, I ain't meant to say the name. But I'm telling him, I'm like, look, these girls might look like they following the rules, but at the end of the night, they don't care because the place is smelling like pee. So they're not cleaning. They going home, and this is indicative of their morale being low. You know what I'm saying? People need you to pretend. That's what people would rather do. They can't stand a rebel like me because they need to control the rebel. But the rebel is going to do a great job because, see, I work for myself, so I'm going to do a great job for your company, but I'm not going to follow a stupid rule, okay? It makes no sense why I'm cleaning up pee and poo when the outside is right here and the dog needs to go outside. You said, ma'am, who will hurt them when I'm here? Or I'm going to tell you who's going to hurt them when I'm there. The girl who was working there when I first got there was a dog abuser. Okay, now I spotted it on day one. It took them 3 weeks to spot it, meaning as soon as I got there, I saw her yanking a dog by the neck, okay? But see, they evil too, so that's why you can't spot it, is because she got that same spirit y'all got. But she yanked, I'm talking about this dog this is a puppy, okay? You need to be patient with puppies. And furthermore, why are you even taking dogs that you got to lock up for 5 hours? Why are you even taking a puppy that you cannot handle? It is better to tell the owner, listen, we don't have the capacity to handle this dog. Why don't we just, we just can't take this dog. You will take the dog owner's money and let the dog be in the crate for 5 hours. So when you get your dog home in the middle of the night, you're like, why is he so energetic? I know he been playing all day. No, he not. He been somewhere with his legs scrunched up, catching arthritis when he, just 5 months old, because y'all leave him in the crate. Then they'll be like, Dale, why don't you bring your dogs here? Oh, so y'all can abuse my dog. Ma'am, ma'am, no. So then, after we have a conversation about, after we have a conversation about it, they send me an email to tell me I need to shape up or ship out. I said, thanks so much for your email. I'm gonna go ahead and ship out because this job is demoralizing and does not uplift the spirits of his employees. Because that's what you're doing. Every last one of these girls, I saw a girl. This how much they would rather have you programmed in doing the right thing. The daughter comes in there. Guess what? It's pee all over the floor. The daughter comes in to feed the dog. It's not even instinctive in her that she picks up the pee before she takes the dog out to feed it. She walks in the pee, brings or steps over the pee, brings the dog, comes to get the dog who need to eat, walks the dog through the pee and let it go right in the crate with the pissy feet and eat. And then you wonder why the dog ain't hungry, because he need his feet clean. Girl, let me tell you something. See, my dogs, okay, my dogs are Lola Falana. I take very good care of my dogs. That is why I'm having a problem. It's because you said share the abuse, bring your dogs too. Girl, that's why I was like, oh, no. Because, see, my dogs going to be running there. My dogs is going to be in here barking. They're going to be in here. They're going to need to go outside. And they going outside and they're going to be playing. But that's why I was like, no, I'm going to leave my dogs home because I treat my dogs, honey, I cook for my dogs. That is how well I treat my dog. I literally make my dogs beef with sweet potatoes and carrots and like the best thing for my dogs. So anyway, they would rather have people that look like they following the rules, but not following the rules behind your back. Because see, that's the thing is, I'm not gonna follow a stupid route, but I'm gonna follow the route. The dogs is gonna be safe. You know, they're gonna have the best care. They're gonna have water. They're gonna go outside. Like, what is the reason? You said my dogs are like queen. What is the reason that I'm sitting in the back for 30 minutes, but can't sit outside for 30 minutes with the dog? No, what they do is they let you go outside for 10 minutes with the dogs, okay? But it's really not dog playtime. It's doggy acting school, because they want the dogs to look like they having the time of their life so they could take pictures and show it to the owner. Meanwhile, your dog is somewhere in jail throughout the day. And guess what? And you in jail too. I was like, nah, I gotta run back to my full-time job, which is keeping the faith. Okay? I gotta do it. I don't. The thing about it too is, whenever I'm stressed out or whenever I have something that is troubling me from like I'm stressed out where I'm struggling to keep the faith, that thing is like a God. It has replaced the peace that God wants me to have, and I need to get it off the throne. So worrying about my car note, the car note cannot be on the throne. Father, I know you gave me this car because you want me to, because you're gonna pay for this car every time, okay? The apartment, Father, this your whole building, okay? I stay here because the Father owns this building. My Father owns it all. I had to get back in that mode because, honey, these devils. So anyway, so look. So they sends me an email after we discussed I call it laptop gate. After we discuss it, okay, he sends me an email to tell me to shape up or ship out, and that I've been late 4 times. Now, keep in mind, the times that I have, when we talk about being late, we talk about I'm scheduled to get to work at 10:30. I get to work at 10:31, 10:32. I've never been 10 minutes late, never, the whole time I was working there. Even when I fell off of my scooter on the first day, I still was only 7 minutes late, okay? And this is with a fall off of the scooter, hurt myself, ankle still hurt to this day. Honey, he sends me an email to tell me I've been late 4 times. Now, the other times I was late, I had already been there earlier, okay? On a I was doing a split shift, so I would work 10:30 to 12:30. Then I come back at 4:30 because they needed somebody to close in the evening, and I would work 4:30 to 8:30. They send me a message tell me I've been late, and this is a formal warning, and I'm sacrificing the safety of the dogs with the laptop. Now, keep in mind, when I got the laptop out, all the dogs is around me. Some of the head on me, some of them is you know, yes. Some of the head on me, they all around my feet. The room is calm enough for me to take a class on a laptop and for me to talk to the owner, and the dogs don't move because I am Black Mama, and dogs stay still for Black Mama. So anyway, so yeah, but they tell me I got my back turned with the laptop out, and that is just not following the rules. So I was like, guys, I'm gonna have to ship out. I was like, and thanks so much for your email, but this company is demoralizing and doesn't lift the. You say I'm catching celebrity cruise lineup out of here, sir. No, 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 no. See, the thing about it too is I'm catching the celebrity cruise line out. Okay. But guess what this man doing? This man, now he was already 2 people short, okay? This man is waking up every morning and loading up his 9mm and pulling off his sock and shooting himself in the foot. How you gonna get rid of an employee that will come in at 10:30 to 12:30 and then 4:30, and she will do that 4 times a week to make sure y'all got coverage so you and your wife can have I was like, oh, okay. But then it don't stop there. You said no need to tell me twice. Formal warning, no need for that. Okay. 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 So I just said that, and I was like, I just left it at that. But then I dropped my friend off, and then the Holy Spirit just, honey, he came up on me, and I was like, I wish I would let this night in before I tell them everything I just told y'all on this live. Because you know, when you leave a job, sometimes you leave a job and you be having that angst because you be like, if I ever see that, you be wanting to keep the peace, you don't be wanting to burn the bridge. No, burn it, okay? I'm gonna force my faith to work. I'm gonna burn it because first of all, I'm only burning bridges with devils that can't understand how to care for the Lord's animals and also too the Lord's daughters. Girl, so anyway, so I sent them a message and I told them every single thing. But one thing I did tell them, I said, brother, this is a job. Okay, this ain't no career where people making $100,000 a year developing no app. This is a job. Okay, if we was in Kansas, maybe people would need a job for a couple of years so they would stay that long. But this is a job. I emphasize job so many times in that email. Like, this is just a job. Like, this job allows you and your family to live well. So it's better for you to have 17 Dells on a job where that could come in. Like, this week, Dell can work this week. Okay, and then when she get on your nerves, you could just bring Dell number 2 in and she could work all the shift. Okay, and then with Dell number 2, okay, then you get Dell number 3 and then Dell number 1, she come and pick up some shift. It's better for you to have 17 of them. But no, what you got to do is you got to control everything so much that you just get that AK-47 out, and honey, you hold up your foot and you get to shooting out here, okay? Because now you got to come in. You can't even, like when I'm not able to be there, y'all got to be there. So now you, like, not only do y'all have to be there, but like, you and your wife, y'all can't be off together because now with one person, and then of course, as the Lord would have it, they wake up in the morning, and then before I went to bed, I prayed, and I was like, Lord, if it's gonna be any hostile environment, Lord, just have them tell me, don't come back, and they're gonna pay me. And that's exactly what happened. They woke up and they was like, we can't have somebody that's so negative, so unwilling to follow the route. What rules? This is dog walking. What rules is you talking about? As long as these dogs is safe, that's what I'm talking about. Let me tell you something. The reason why I feel like I have success with like producing something is because I understand individuality. Like, for instance, I have a song called Never Give Up. Y'all know that song, Never Give Up. Praise it, booty. When we was rehearsing this song for my show, okay, now it's my 50th birthday. It's my taping. I'm paying for everything. I'm paying the band, okay? So, but I'm doing Never Give Up. Now I'm like, I want to give it a different flavor. I'm tired of singing it this way, okay? Let's give it a reggae beat. One of the band members, who is a band director, okay, very accomplished brother, he says, Del, I have a suggestion. Why don't we do the song, the first verse, as you always do it, and then bust out the reggae? You know what I said? Okay, because guess what? You got to play the song. So I need you to have your footing for the success of the song. You are a band director. I can, yes, I could want it reggae the whole time, but I've got to respect your expertise as well. So that's why when the show come out, you will hear the song start out the same way, and then it goes into a reggae beat, and then the song starts jamming, and then the band is jamming, because I could take that brother's suggestion, and I'm not about to like question him. I was just like, okay, well, let's do it like that. That's just what it is. When you are dealing with other pros, like as long as we're playing the song and the song sound good, what do I gotta control every single thing for? And that's how I was feeling about the dog walking. As long as I am keeping the dog safe, which I've been incident free with the whole dog. The whole time, no incidents with the dog. No, nothing happened with the dogs. The whole time. Then they come in the room. Okay, I'm gonna say this last thing, because I'm just, they used to get on my nerves. They come in the room. Cause first of all, so look what he said one time. Dale, it's just like you being on a set. These three are the directors, and you're the star actor. But if the star actor doesn't act right, then the star actor won't be here that long. Well, I was like, nah, I ain't saying that, but I was like, brother, you don't know how prophetic that word just was. The star actor is not gonna be here that long, because first of all, any set with 3 directors is a problem set. And that's exactly what the problem was. He's giving every last one of them a position of power. So you got the coordinator, okay? Then you got the assistant manager. Then you got the manager. And then you got me. So all 3 of them, they can't tell each other what to do, because all of them got some power. So they keep coming in to tell me what to do. Dale, can you count the dogs? Okay, I count the dog. Then they start counting the dog. Man, what do we keep wasting all this count breath for? Either you gonna count the dogs or I'm gonna count the dogs. It's stuff like that like I don't like a high school. Oh, you said that's emotional maturity and intellect. A lot of people don't have that. Hence the problems at past jobs. Honey, I'm so glad that job is in the past. Let me tell you something. You got to go for it, and you got to trust yourself, and you got to bet on yourself. And, I'm not a person that I need a job that bad that I'm about to be doing things that don't make sense. I'm not an assembly line worker. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just, like, if we have an outside and all I'm doing is sitting in the back and dogs are peeing and pooing everywhere, why can't I just bring them outside for 30 minutes? That don't, like, nothing in your mental says, let's let people sit out back. I mean, why are they cleaning up pee and poo? Nothing in your mental, you say management and no employee. Yes, I'm talking about everybody in the company is a manager. And the one person that's not a manager is called a senior handler. So he got some kind of position of power. So they can't wait to come around the corner to tell me what to do. Like, they love to see me just to come tell me what to do. Bye. And then, girl, do you know they told me don't talk to people in the neighborhood? One time I walk in the neighborhood and the lady is like, hey, how y'all doing? Hey, how y'all doing? So I was like, hey, she was like, y'all from the dog walking place? I was like, yeah, we're doing what's called a training walk. Hey, King Sex. I was like, we're doing what's called a training walk. They pulled me to the side. So, let me tell you something. This man read a book called How to Create a Hebrew Slave. Now, he had the Hebrew, but honey, he don't got the slave, because I ain't nobody slave. So anyway, so look, he pulled me to the side though. Dale, don't talk to people in the neighborhood, because, people act like they're friendly, but they're really not friendly. No, they're not friendly to y'all, okay? They wrote in, even though they're speaking and everything. No, but then, guess what? When we go out, they out talking to everybody. Oh, this is the owner of the company, talking about his wife. Right here, we're doing a training walk. Girl, I smile at somebody and speak. they tell me just walk straight ahead with the dog. Don't look at somebody and smile. But guess what they doing in the neighborhood? And this the last thing they told me to do. Dad, the wife. This is this is not a pee poo walk. This is a training walk. Dogs don't pee poo on the. What dog you know is going outside and not peeing and poo? That's how I know y'all don't have dogs. When y'all saying ridiculous, stupid stuff like that. But look what they saying. But look what they doing outside when we walking the dogs. Peer, pooper, peer. Oh, that's why people writing in. Y'all in the neighborhood causing that noise disturbance. That's exactly why people writing in and calling it. Because y'all peer, poor, like a straight Stafford Wives High School. Clear, clear, repeating each other. Girl, let me tell you something. I's free. I's free now, Paul. Hey, how you doing? What's going on? Child, let me tell you something. I's free. I's free now, Paul. What I tell you, honey, and guess what? When I first got there, 3 people had rolled out. The girl that was mean to dogs, they finally fired her, okay? But then 2 other people had rolled out. This one girl was like, he was like, how are you liking it here? You know, we finally got your days off together, you know? And she was like, yeah, it's great, you know? And then the next day she called and told them she wasn't coming because she got tired of that peer, poor, peer. Ma'am, when I tell you, I just got out of slavery, okay? I just got out of slavery. But this time, they didn't come and capture me on no, and bring me on no boat. I drove down there and signed up myself. And that's why I had to drive off. That's why I had to drive off and unsign up. And thank y'all so much for paying me and get out of town and never to be seen or heard from again because, ma'am, I do not peer, pooper, peer, clear. You said make a dress out of a cotton bag and come on in the house. Exactly. Because like I said, y'all got the Hebrew. But I am not a slave. God, I feel so liberated when I tell you because all I'm going to do is, y'all see how funny this live was? That is my next special. Honey, the Lord just brought me there so I can get a next special going. And these people just contacted me out the blue for this solo festival. You come and you do your time and you tell your story. And I'm about to hit her up to see if they recording it. And I'm about to get me a lapel bag, and I'm going to have me a next album, honey. And it's going to be called Peer Pooper. It's like, my Mimi taught me to always keep my purse with me. Oh, my word. When I tell you, that was something right there. That was crazy. That was crazy. And I am so happy that it's over. And I'm so happy I did not make it in this thing because, you know, this taught me a main lesson too, which is, you know, I want to always come and be live at 7 o'clock. Even if I go live another time, I always want to do the 7 o'clock live, you know, because I've been live I've been live at 7 for 1 year. And I just want to thank y'all so much for supporting me. Y'all have come on the live. Y'all been in the comments. Y'all have constantly shared the words, comment. And I just really appreciate y'all so much because, you know, it makes it so fun. And I was so doubtful when the Holy Spirit said, you know, just go live straight to YouTube. But guess what? He constantly shows me Yamanika. If y'all don't know Yamanika, y'all got to follow her. She inspires me so much with her live because, you know, she just picks up and she just talks, and it is interesting and it's funny, and she just shares her thoughts. And the Lord just told me, like, look, do like this. And then when I contacted her to be like, which platform are you going through? Now, she was going through StreamYard too, but she was like, listen, make your work light. Now, I'm not going back on StreamYard, but I definitely grabbed the make your work light. Keep your work light. You know what I'm saying? You said Dell's Adventures at DoggyLand. Yes, and honey, I guess next week I will have the next adventure for y'all. And this was good too, because now I won't feel the pressure to be in the house on every live. You know, it was hot as bricks today. So now I'll just go somewhere and I'll just be live and we'll just talk. And if somebody gonna join me, we'll just join while I'm out the house. So thank y'all so much. God bless y'all. I love y'all. And thank y'all for tuning into the Pure Poor. Shoot. Bye, y'all. Love y'all.